Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, or feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. Today is Monday, so I will be back later in my other channel. Having said that, and also if you are able to donate to the channel, if you can, it would be appreciated. And you know, I've said a few times that I feel the situation we are in today, Trump's road to dictatorship is going to get worse before it gets better. Some of you said, a few people said last time, I didn't give them any reason for hope. Oh, there is a lot of reason to hope, okay? Don't lose hope. I'm simply telling you guys what I feel is coming. And yes, we will get out of them, of those situations, but it's going to take a lot of effort. And also, the longer it lasts, the worse or the tougher it's going to be for us to extract ourselves from the situations that are to come. Now, I am sure you've heard that Trump is planning to release National Guards in Baltimore, Chicago, possibly New York, among other places. I said there were plans behind the scenes that we were not aware of, that was in a different book that we have not seen. I hope some of you remember I said that. Well, that was my way of interpreting what we are hearing from the New York Post this week. And I didn't think it was going to be this soon, but it seems like Trump, for some reason, they are trying to accelerate the pace of their mission, okay? And the mission is to transform this country into a police state like Russia and China. And they started another phase, investing in intel. Okay, do you guys remember? I've given you examples of how Auburn and Papadoc, if you have a business and they want some of it, what they do, watch. I'm sure you guys heard, supposedly the government has 10% in Intel stocks or interest in Intel. This is only the beginning, okay? And also, as I was started saying, and I veered a little bit, sorry, he's going to try to deploy the National Guards, even active military in those states. What Trump is doing is he wants to hurt anyone he feels, I'm sure, and you know that, who voted against him or he perceived as not liking him. Okay, and if you're a minority, that's even worse. It doesn't matter whether you like him or not. He will walk all over you unless he needs you for the moment, and then he will get rid of you. Intuitively, if that happens, it's going to be very difficult for people to overcome, for us, because it's going to take a lot more effort, the more deployment he is able to do. And let me tell you, except for lower level people and his regime, they are all in, the people around him. And they're not being, it's not because they have to go along. No. They are racist. They are anti-women. Some of them, they want to put women in their places. I'm sure some of you saw the pastor that was on CNN, that was being interviewed on CNN, and he's X shit's pastor. Okay, women can vote. Only the guy who's the head of the family is supposed to vote. Yeah, let's see how well that, that plays. You know what I mean? So all those things. Okay, as I'm saying this, it's like the Taliban, basically. Okay, that's what they want to do. And at this point, I'm going to talk about Trump's health because after I did this, I realized they mix. At this point, there is a lot of talk behind the scenes, and Vance agrees that he may not keep the pressure the same way Trump is pressuring us if he drops dead, because, like I said 6 or 7 years ago, he's got heart issue among other things. And I told you already why it was reported. He's still around. Intuitively, I'm not going to put myself out there because I'm not sure. When I tell you something, it's because even if I say it's going to happen next week, it doesn't happen. It's coming, or it happens before. Or in fact, somebody's complaining I saw on Blue Sky, somebody's complaining, a psychic on TikTok said something was supposed to happen on the 24th and it didn't happen. That's why I will not do that. I will not mislead anybody with this stuff. It doesn't work, and it doesn't bode well for us either, psychics. Okay, we have a bad enough name, reputation. In any event, there is a chance a miracle can happen. This guy is gone. Vance, because of a lot of people that I'm seeing around him, they know Trump's time is short, and I'm sure some of you know better than I do. That situation he had, the healthy situation he has, if you look at, in fact, this weekend, they have taken pictures of both of his hands. And intuitively, it feels like to me they are giving him medication for breathing, okay, among other things that he's being medicated for. And according even to physicians, he's got another 5 to 8 months or something like that to live. I don't feel like saying no, but to go back to my point, at this point, because of the oligarchs, the tech oligarchs that are surrounding Vance, because they know it's a matter of time before he becomes president, they want to have things their way. And they are convincing him to continue what Trump is doing. That's what's happening behind the scenes right now, that there is a lot of politics Trump doesn't know. Okay? He knows he's running out of time. That's why he made the comment about wanting to go to paradise. But when you treat people like Mr. Garcia, he wants to send somewhere in Africa that he doesn't speak the language, he knows nobody. It's how are you going to explain that to God when you get to that place? Okay, and also the other reason why I'm bringing that up, intuitively I feel, if he can treat Obrego that way, watching him meeting his family, his young babies, kids. Okay, Trump has kids too, but it seems like they double down their efforts to mistreat him. My friends, those of you who are watching and this has not touched yet, I'm not talking about the people who watch me all the time, and I'm talking for those of you who are probably part of the MAGA team. It's a matter of time. Trump does not see you as a human being either. we are all, without exception, at risk. But he's going to continue to push forward. If anything happens to him, Vance is already being groomed to take over and to continue Trump's mission. Because, as we know, and I told you last year, what Republicans were up to behind the scenes and what their plans were and what Kevin Roberts, I believe his name is, stated on MSNBC. These people, intuitively, I was focusing on him because it seemed like he's been on Fox News quite often. I didn't know that until last night. Okay. There are some people at the Heritage Foundation. Thank you very much, Lina P, for generosity on the super chat. I appreciate it. You're very welcome, Lina P. Said thank you. You're very welcome, Lina. Yes, there are a lot of people at the Heritage Foundation. The way I am getting them, they are like suicide bombers. It's either they get their way or everyone loses. That's the attitude I'm getting from them. So they think just like Trump. They're going to push this until they are stopped. And even when they are stopped, they want to continue to do other things. They're simply going to change tactics. And to whatever, that's where I'm getting them. Okay? But also, I have to tell you, I've said it before, people within the White House, lower level, are terrified. And Lev Parnas, I just read something before I came on a little while ago, and it's validating what I have said 8 years ago when I first started on here. I don't remember the date exactly, but I can find the video. I told you I saw boots, and I'm sure some of you remember because I said that. I saw Russian boots in the White House. I'm hoping this doesn't come to pass literally. Lev Parnas just posted some kind of an article I think he wrote, and he's got some information from behind the scenes. What we've seen in the past week or the past few weeks is nothing because Trump is trying to cover up the Epstein stuff. And like, as I said once, according to Epstein told Wolf, the author, that Trump has no scruples. Trump is so desperate to be viewed as George Washington. Okay? Intuitively, I feel he won't stop at anything. And that's why I am bringing the Russian angle. According to Parnas, okay, Putin basically is a very good manipulator. He's leading Trump to believe they're going to do business. Okay, if Ukraine or the president of Ukraine give him those nice, I don't remember the name of that town. Okay, but it's a beautiful place. I don't remember the name of it, but anyway, a lot of tourists and opportunities to big hotels and stuff like that to enrich Trump because Putin knows that's what drives Trump, money. So they're already talking about that, and also, according to Lev, Putin is being invited to go to the FIFA game, the international games with Trump. He'll be Trump's guest. So these are the behind the scenes that are happening. But the reason why I am bringing this up for two reasons, because Trump is trying to cover the Epstein thing, but also that Russian boots I told you about 8 years ago, maybe less. It seems like it's going to come to fruition. Yes, other things, that Russian boots that I saw in the White House has many more meanings than I thought. Okay. Trump is a Russian boot. And having Putin in there really reinforces my vision. Okay. This country is being governed by a Russian puppet. And he's taking advice from Putin. Those deployments that you see, and I mentioned that last week, I told you Putin is advising Trump when they rode in the beast as to what to do next, how to make people feel you. And he should not, lift his foot off the accelerator to keep pushing. And I don't remember exactly how I put this, if I said, expect Trump to do other things. And that's why we are seeing these things. Maybe that's what's causing the acceleration of the deployments that he's doing. Okay. I don't know how this is going to work. But there is another energy that's seeping into the conversation. I'm sure you guys see it. Westmore is standing up to him. Pritzker is standing up to him. Newsom is standing up to him. And there are going to be more. I understand from there are only 18 Republican governors. The others are Republicans. Oh, by the way, as I'm saying this, I was going to say he is turning the public against him, Trump that is. I just read before I came on, his base, his poll numbers among his base is dropping. So what I feel is coming, all those people standing up to Trump, and they are not, Westmore, for some reason, I trust Newsom, I trust Pritzker, please don't get me wrong. Westmore is as much as a fighter as Newsom, if not more of a fighter. He's been to war. He has no patience for some of the stuff that Trump is doing, and he's aware of what Trump is up to. Trump is going to have a whole other challenge in his hands. And if Westmore takes the lead, other states, blue states are going to follow. And it feels like to me they're going to come with innovative ways of fighting Trump. And if it's not Trump, it will be Vance. And us, the people. That's the only thing besides the courts. But my friends, I've told you before, I don't trust Roberts. And people, and the MAGA side of the court, because they all, except for the lady, I don't remember her name right now. Well, there is rubbing of shoulders. As you know, some of them are being sponsored to take trips and all kinds of stuff donated to them from the oligarchs in this country. We can't trust them. They will try no matter what, and Justice Jackson is letting us know what they are up to. I don't know if, she is eviscerating the MAGA side of the court. She's letting everyone know what the inner working of the Supreme Court is like today, at least since she got there. And I feel it's going to be a good thing. But we can't trust them. They are scared. They are very concerned because they did not expect Trump to pull this. But they had an inkling. Well, according to reports, if I'm mistaken, please let me know, you guys. Roberts believe in that unitary president too, or at least if some version of it. That's why he gave that immunity to the president. The only thing I can tell you, intuitively, my prediction is this is going to fail, but it may be harder for us to remove them. And it's because it's taking us too long to react. And somebody, protesting and demand that people stand up and remove Trump. That's what's coming, but it's taken us too long. But someone else said something this morning. There's a channel on YouTube, Permaculture, something like that. It's a lady. And I was watching her because the title of the video was how to remove Trump. And a gentleman came on, was on that channel explaining the only thing Trump and the oligarchs understand is money. We should go on a strike. Only thing we buy is food and things that we need, and boycott everybody. He said that, and I feel that's another way. One of the best ways to force change, because he's saying something, and I agree with him. He said Republicans are ignoring the calls of their constituents, and it's true. I feel it too. But my friends, don't lose hope. Trump will die. We're all dying, but he's going to go a lot sooner than we think. And like I said, that continues time. Just like I told you, after he left office, the first year Garland was going to go after him. And it took Garland a couple of years. And that's why where we are today. But I was watching a video one of you shared with me yesterday of Trump walking. I don't know where he was. He had a white shirt on and black pants. I don't remember ever seeing Trump hunch over. Oh, you know something else I think he's doing? Do you know that thing that they sell? Some kind of cream. You can put it on your skin and it melts your wrinkles away. I got to try it one of these days. I'm so curious about that product. But anyway, I was looking at his eyes this morning, in fact. I don't remember. For a video, a recent video like yesterday, and even today too, it seems like they put it on his face, okay? That reduce inflammation and wrinkles and stuff like that. It seems like they are using that product big time on him right now. Okay, so he doesn't look puffy, I guess, I'm not sure. But it's not helping very much. If you watch that video I mentioned a few seconds ago, him walking, he looks like he's dragging his feet. And do you remember, guys, last week I told you, sometimes last week, I don't remember exactly when I said, it feels like to me he has difficulties or feel pain when he walks. And if you watch that video, if you watch his right leg when he's walking from the back, his right leg, well, yeah, no matter which way you look at him, his right leg, not, you know what I mean? He has to wear some kind of compression socks or compression, something around, his legs to walk. But it makes it look like as if he's either bending his foot, it may be due to numbness or something, but it's painful, it feels like to me, as he walks. So he's having a lot of difficulties. So, and the way I am getting him, it's becoming more of a issue for him because his doctors are not giving him any hope. And also, since he has that George Washington thing and he wants to be on Mount Rushmore, for some reason it seems like to me he thinks if he continues doing what he's doing, hurting people, crashing our economy, thinking, that's going to make it better, or those kind of things that's going to earn him a place at Mount Rushmore, and he's going to be compared with Washington. It feels like that. Don't ask me logically, but I was focusing on him this morning, and also his death. He feels like it's soon. It's becoming an obsession with him, and it's going to get worse as we over the coming month or so. Okay. Do you guys remember I told you? I said Trump may go to sleep. He doesn't wake up in the morning. Well, we hear that he's passed. That's not out of the question. I'm still feeling that way. But this guy, for some reason, he convinced himself that he's a great man. And he's doing everything, he's accelerating everything. So something else. People around him, this is very cynical. I'm not being cynical. The people around him, they are convincing him that if he does those things, history will look at him better. Because right now, if he doesn't accomplish these things, he's going to be like a failure. He's being manipulated basically behind the scenes by people like Vaught, Stephen Miller, among others, and I wouldn't be surprised if Wild is not one of them. Okay? I've never said this before because I try to refrain criticizing some people, but you know something? That woman is as evil as the other people around Trump. I mean, Stephen Miller and company. But we will get out of this. The only thing is, I hope I'm not talking about Trump's gone. I still feel the time, he's not going to be long with us. But getting ourselves out of the situation that we are in right now is going to be tougher. Please don't get depressed. Don't be despaired. Okay? It's just that it's going to be tougher. And after this, a lot is going to be done to fix our system, to make sure that another Trump doesn't come around. But also remember, everyone who is enabling Trump will suffer the consequences of their actions. And Norm, what she's doing to immigrants, and a number of Americans she's arrested for no reason, and they locked them up for days. And even ICE agents, it's gonna be unbelievable what's coming. At least they're gonna have due process. They're not gonna treat them like they are treating those migrants. But we will be victorious. Dictatorship will not last in this country. Yes, I'm a bit surprised that more people have not taken to the streets and protest what's going on. It's because it hasn't touched them yet. They are complaining about food. And also, we have never been in this position. A lot of people are afraid. There's a lot of fear out there. I'm surprised because I thought Americans have, there's a limit. Mostly when it comes to their civil rights or their other rights that we have, you start trampling on those rights, they lose their minds. It's coming, but it's just delayed. That's my prediction, but we will get out of this. So hang in there. Let me look at 1 second. But I want to emphasize one thing, okay, about Trump's health. Like I've said 6 or 7 years ago, he's had some major health issues. I don't know when it's going to go. I've experienced this a number of times. There's a friend of mine, okay, not a friend, a client. His mom was very ill. And as I'm talking to him, I said, your mom is bedridden. He says, yeah, that's what I was waiting for her to say. And I said to him, I don't think she's going to last very long. She lasts another year. She lasted another year. She's gone now, unfortunately. Okay? So it's difficult to tell when somebody is going to go. Okay? So I'm not going to tell you Trump is going to go next week like some psychic on TikTok says you're going to die on the 24th. But rest assured, the video I saw yesterday, because I don't pay attention to people physically, because all I have to know is the person's name or sense their energy, I will tell you. But what I watched on that video yesterday, and one of you sent me something about the situation that he has, it seems like it's at the last stage, and it can go very fast. I wouldn't be surprised. So this is going to end. At least Trump is going to go. The next challenge is going to be easier, Vance, but it will be easier. Okay, because the reason it's going to be easier, MAGA is going to be disappointed. And then MAGA is not transferable. Okay, so let's see what happens. But my prediction is we will get out of this. Okay. Raymond Devasquare says F-45 said he will deport you if you share Gavin AI memes. Well, he's going to be deporting a whole bunch of people because... Oh, Biden Landis at 38% approval rate now. Still high. But they said, I didn't... Thank you for posting this. I didn't know it was 38. But I believe it's Newsweek. I saw the blurb, the headline. It says, among his supporters, they are abandoning him at a high, pretty good clip. So let's see what happens. Okay, I'm looking for questions. Let me see, I think I had one more thing I wanted to mention. What's more? You know who's catching on? That's what I wanted to mention. John Garamendi, I believe he's a congressman. Okay, I don't know where he's from. He said if somebody in the Democratic Party finally is, or at least this, say, okay, I'm going to go on TV and say what I think is happening. And he's right. He said Trump deploying all those troops is his way of transforming this country into a police state, and also use them for other means. He's the first Democrat, I think, I've heard saying something like that. So, but Democrats are beginning to stand up. They're beginning to find a spine. The people I don't feel are tough enough are the leaders. Schumer and the future leader of the House. So those are the only two I feel they're still measuring what they say. Maybe they know something I don't know, the threats that their Republican colleagues are under. Maybe they're under the same threat, or maybe think, I don't know. Thank you, Kenneth Billingsley, for reminding everyone to give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Krista McCracken says, this is crazy. Women are supposed to submit to their men. Yep. Let's see how that works. Exactly. That's my field. What I've... yeah. To be honest with you, that's their goal, or one of their goals. it is so sick. And like I've said before, that's one of the reasons why actually is still where he is at. Trump cannot find someone. You know something? Trump is having a very difficult time to find people to do his biddings for him, like X among others, are doing it. That's the problem. Thank you very much, Janice Smith, sorry, for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. Janice says, thank you. You're very welcome. My pleasure. Yes, that's why X is still where he is. But, one more thing. You know, there's something I feel that's happening behind the scenes. The people, that quick reaction force that I mentioned not too long ago, I don't know if I said it when I mentioned it, when I told you it was in the newspapers. I don't know if I said this, but I have to say it. It seems like to me, X is handpicking the type of people, soldiers, he wants to take part in those quick reaction teams. Thank you very much, Bob P., for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, David Vardiman, for your generosity. I appreciate it. You're very welcome all. Thank you. Yes, it seems like actually is handpicking exactly the type of people he wants to be in those quick force reaction team. It seems like they are all MAGAs. I don't know. Those of you who are in the military, you know better than I do, okay? But I don't know if it's a leader in ranks in the military who knows or who's familiar with those, or those who exhibit, or, you know, the Trump fan, the MAGAs, okay? It seems like they are being handpicked to take part in those deployments, and that's going to make it more dangerous. They think they're smart. It's not smart, okay? And I've said it before, I hope it doesn't come to this. If, like I said, as you know, it's difficult for me to tell time. It's going to be a time thing when Trump kicks the bucket or somehow they push him out, because that's a possibility here. Things are getting very, very bad, and a lot of people are getting uncomfortable with what Trump is doing, believe it or not, okay? But Vance will be easier to scare than Trump at this point in his life, who has nothing to lose, and they convince him he can be George Washington. Yeah. Let's see what happens. That's not gonna, no one is gonna, no. Okay. All right, let's see. So I'll answer one more question. I saw some readers say they are trying to keep him comfortable since the medication isn't working anymore. I mean, yeah, you know, but like I said earlier, you're right. I mean, you know, he's in pain, okay. It seems like there's a breathing issue as well. You know what I mean? There are a number of things that, you know, but the video I saw yesterday, Christine R. says, the big, beautiful obituary. Yeah. And people will be partying in the streets, that's for sure. Oh, I don't know how many of you, if any of you saw, I don't know if it's fake, okay? Because when I saw it, was it 2 o'clock this morning? I woke up to go to the bathroom, and I decided to, you know, go through I think I saw it on Blue Sky. Okay, because anything can happen. That's why I told you when I wake up, I look at my phone, I go on Blue Sky, something can happen to him, or he may do something else stupid. According to the post on Blue Sky, Ivanka is not happy because people hate her father so much. And she says this saying he has a small tool. His tool is not that small. And someone else replied, how do you know? your father's tool is not small. I cracked up. I met him, yeah. So she's not happy about it. If I were her, I would shush it. But hey, you know, these people have no idea. All right, friends. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmiller.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. I'm trying to reach 1 million friends. So if you like the channel and you are not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing. Noah Garcia says, Bundy is going to jail. Oh, yes. Bundy's going to have a lot of issues once this is over. It's not only her, a whole bunch of people. Yes. So don't forget to tap on the notification bell as well when you subscribe. And also, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. And the algorithm will continue to show the video to more people. Okay, friends, till tomorrow, or those of you who watch me on the evenings, on Monday evenings, I'll see you then. Bye.